In all causes and movements, the ones that have the most success are the ones that have the most amount of people that are willing to run 15 yards so that the man in front of them can gain free. For example, Paul Telfer at Celtic, he was good at that. Oftentimes these people are taking on a lot of work and they look very stressed doing it, and the optics of that, sometimes they don't look good until they play Benfica and you're like, whoa, I see the value in that guy, that was amazing. Your Celtic won 3-1 that time. Then you've got the opposite. You've got the poacher that stands on one leg at goal, doesn't break sweat, like a Chris Boyd type. And the one that's running 15 yards so that the man in front of him can gain free, they 15 yards become an awful lot harder to run, maintain and stay motivated to keep up the full 15 yards when the person in front of you doesn't want to run 3 yards, they only want to run 2.5, or they don't want to run at all. They want you to pass the ball into the lap, they want it gift wrapped, put in a pizza box and delivered to them. You know, like they're sitting there looking up in the 16 yard box on Google, trying to find a postcode for the 16 yard box. These people, to the 15 yard runners, stand out a mile away, but to everybody else they look like the people running 15 yards. It's an absolute paradox. So if there's a cause or a movement and 51% of people are starting to, or are folk that will only run 3 yards on a sunny day or stand on one leg, that's a shrinking movement, that's a dead movement. However long it takes, that's, unless it changes, but with that dynamic it's not going to change. The only thing it could change is if you get more people in who don't want to run any yards, and that just accelerates the process of the movement, cause, project, whatever, dying. If you have 51% of people who are willing to run more yards than they're due to ensure the men in front can have a slight advantage, and they maintain that, and they run 7 yards so that the guy in front can run 1.5, then you might have a good chance. And it's observable, but the people that are running 15 yards do get fatigued far more quicker when the person's running or not running are basically taking the piss. They're taking the biscuit, you know. But it's an interesting dynamic, you know. It's a very interesting dynamic. I've seen it in building sites as well many a time, and there's so many people doing the work, so many people are skiving, and so many people are kind of don't turn up or whatever it is that they do, and then they're not being treated the way they should be, and then they just down tools and the whole place collapses and people get sacked and there's mass payoffs. But these people that were doing it, they're already in a new job, they don't care. Their skills are desired, and it's a similar thing, and it's worth noticing it's worth talking about. It's worth having the uncomfortable conversations before there's no conversation to have. Fascinating stuff. Look at this golden. Looks really nice in person. We walk a day in the trees, get out in nature, get up early, clear the mind, stay away from humans when it's not needed. And make sure you're only interacting with the right ones. It's a beautiful wee path, I come up here often. So how do we find more of these people that are willing to run 25 yards so that you can have a couple of centimetres extra on your step? How do we find them? How do we accommodate these people? How do we nurture them? Because unfortunately it is the case in our cause, or our particular little segment of the wide movement. We've been hemorrhaging them big time. Big time. But it has to be said. It has to be said. You know,